Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to MTGV Crime Podcast. And you are tuned in to Sisters in Crime at the Mind Table with Miss V.
And Sister Girl. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, everybody. We got a nice show lined up today. Thank y'all so much for being here. Everybody, please smack the thumbs up. Please share it out if you would like. How you been this week, Sister Girl?
I've been good. Can you hear me? Because I think
I can hear you. Yep.
Oh, okay. Because it sounds like I'm not using my headset. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I hear you good. I hear you loud and clear.
Okay, perfect. I'm good. I'm doing good. How are you? How's your holiday going?
I'm doing good. Everything was good. I worked the holiday. I worked this holiday, and but it was nice. I've been off for the past 3 days. I'm really like feeling good today. So I am so happy that we back in the building with our sisters in crime.
Yeah.
And so if you could, we gonna talk about Sister Girl's case first, but I'm gonna explain what I'm talking about. It is the Hannah Payne case that is in trial. It just ended. The trial just ended. Hannah Payne and Kenneth Herring. So that's gonna be mine after Sister Girl get done. So what we talking about?
Well, I don't know if y'all remember about 5 years ago, a man by the name of Jonathan Oddi from South Africa, who was a porn actor with this website called dancingbeers.com.
Never heard of him.
Well, he went to the Trump National Doral Hotel and started, pow-powing in what the police called an ambush attack on the police. And he ended up getting hit in the leg by the police and taken to the hospital. And afterwards, during his interrogation, he made some allegations. Could you pull up that first one there?
Okay,
I'm gonna give you a little flashback of what I'm talking about.
Okay, I hope this is the right one. So this is the first one on my backstage.
Yep,
who became a U.S. citizen last year. He faces charges for multiple felonies, including attempted law enforcement officers.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Oddi, you were arrested.
This was his first appearance in court where a judge denied bond.
The subject came in, removed the flag from a flagpole at the rear of the complex, and brought it into the hotel lobby and draped it over the counter and began to yell out anti-Trump, President Trump rhetoric.
Investigators believe the suspect wanted to lure cops to the hotel.
It appears that he was trying to engage our police officers, some type of ambush type of attack, trying to lure our police officers into this fight. He did succeed and he did lose.
Oddi was in the leg by responding officer.
Things about the man accused of going on a spree in the middle of the night at Trump National Doral. Police are calling it an ambush attack. Somehow, nobody was except for the suspect. CBS 4's Hank Tester is live in Doral with the latest on this investigation that has the Secret Service now involved. Hank.
Yes, that's absolutely correct. Now, the guy involved in all this that shut up the Trump Doral here, the Trump International here at Doral, has an interesting background. Businessman, realtor, and porn actor performer. Let's take a look. Lots of questions about this guy, Jonathan Oddi, who police say the lobby of the Trump National Doral, which earned him some up legs, and for the one-time porn actor dancer, a ton of legal trouble.
4187 reference an active.
After midnight Friday morning, Doral police and Miami-Dade police officers roar into the Trump National grounds to the reception area.
Fired! Male is behind the jet.
The subject,
police say, pulled a fire alarm, began into the floor and ceiling. And that's when Jonathan Oddi got Doral and Miami-Dade cops took him down. Luis David Gonzalez said he and Oddi often worked out together at a Doral gym.
It's like actually like around 10 years, 11 years around there, or maybe a little more.
What type of person is he?
He's a good person.
Gonzalez says Oddi never been violent, that Oddi was a comedian, dancer, entertainer. Listen.
He's an entertainer.
He's an entertainer?
Yeah.
CBS 4 reporting, as an entertainer, Jonathan Oddi worked for DancingBear.com, a porn website where men wearing costume bear heads have with large groups of women.
Just normal guy. He was like a bodybuilder, so he looked like always working out.
Interesting background there. Now, one police officer was injured in all this. He broke his wrist during the out. No one else injured whatsoever. The crime scene, as you can see behind me, it still remains very active.
Yeah.
A dancing bear.
Yeah. So that is a website.
Girl.
That's
Wow.
an adult website. You could take that down, Miss B. That's an adult website.
You take it down. You gotta take it down.
Oh, can I?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to the chat. BFF in the building, Emmanuel and Nosy Bug. Thank y'all for coming through.
Welcome. And shout out to our Facebookers.
Yes.
Over there watching on Facebook.
Shout out to y'all. So what'd you say now? Girl, what?
The Dancing Bears is an adult website. And there's some videos, if you go on TikTok, they got little snippets of it. And they are men nude dancing and having sex with a bunch of women. And that's a site that he was working for. And with all the allegations surrounding P. Diddy, Jonathan's interrogation has resurfaced. And let's just say the roosters has come home to roost for P. Diddy and some others, because he made all kind of allegations about
back then or recent.
5 years ago. Back then,
whoa,
he said in his interrogation about P. Diddy, Rick Ross, Eddie Murphy, DJ Khaled. Yes, and more, girl. I'm telling you, he talked about
it's recorded.
Yes,
it's released.
Being a slave for P. Diddy and Cassie Ventura.
Girl.
So remember those allegations she made about in her lawsuit when she said that she was forced to have to go online and look for men for P. Well, see, so pull up that second one, Miss V.
Wow.
Welcome in.
Hold on.
The second one.
That's insane.
Diddy's and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And KHALED. They're all gay, okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They're all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
KHALED is a Hamas supporter. Okay.
Who supporter?
Hamas.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worries.
Hamas supporter, okay?
Right.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot.
Oh, hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
It's the black people. Okay. I'm from Africa, so I'm not a racist. Okay. You're my brother, so I like black people.
Okay.
My mom, I was raised by an African woman in my house. Okay. She was just a servant, but she was she took care of me.
Right.
So I love black people. Okay. I had settlement with Sean. Okay. Against Donald Trump. Okay, because he used to belong to their side. You understand? He used to belong to that illuminated group that I told you about, which is an elite group, okay, of individuals which run the whole country. All right. Thursday, turning to Friday, basically, I went to Donald Trump. I went through the gates. I took I jumped the fence. I took the American flag. I put it in the front desk, and I blew the chandelier. Basically, what I did that for is to transmit a statement to the American people and to Donald Trump that we're not accepting any more corruption and abuse from their system of France. Okay? Donald's still blind because he thinks that he let Hillary off the hook and she's okay. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm trying. Okay, keep going.
It ain't like
Keep in mind
the
now,
CIA,
this was all
and
said
then
5
they want
years
to do
ago.
the same thing that he did JFK. Okay.
All right.
Why? Because they want the United States to fall. They've already been creating a state of chaos and confusion in the United States, and they want the United States to fall. Donald was against their agenda and won the presidency. Okay. He did get help from Russia. He did get help from the Saudis. He also got help from a lot of Republicans in here, which is the electoral college vote. And he got a lot of support from Republican people. Okay. The elections, yeah, they weren't fair, but he wanted the electoral college vote.
Right.
Which is the Republican vote, basically. He got him through, okay? He didn't get the popular vote.
Right. I hear you. Keep
So basically, the interior, he made it. He's president-elect by the electoral college. So he made it. The situation is that he still hasn't kicked out the corruption from the system. He's letting them stay due to money, basically. Because they all like making money. That's why they're all billionaires, etc. So there's only there's select few of that run the country. Okay. So if you, I know you may or may not. I know you're gonna believe me. You have what's called the Illuminati.
Illuminati.
Okay. Yeah, Illuminati. Okay. They've made it in dance. Basically, what it means, illuminated.
I got you.
Okay. They do satanic ritual abuse, which is basically CIA mind programming techniques to their own family, kids, etc. around the crew, and they bond that way. Okay, so they do animal abuse of animals, blood sacrifices, and everything in the Bohemian Grove. Okay, the Bohemian Grove, the Bushes go there. George Senior and George, both of them are in the same agenda. They cousins with the Clintons. Okay, so is Donald Trump. He's also a distant cousin. So if you see, there's a direct correlation of the presence of the United States being bonded between family ties. Okay,
gotcha.
All these family ties wound up go back to the same place. The royal family in England, okay? The family here of the Illuminati are descendants of the royal British family, okay? They have children between themselves. Why? Because they have that issue, you understand? They want like superiority of the race. They see it that way. But it backfires on them because it makes them simple-minded. You understand? When you have sex with someone in your family, your kids are not going to come out smart. You understand? They're going to come out dumb. All right? So Donald turned his back, but he's still trying to negotiate a peaceful way out, and they have an agenda too. Okay? Example. If you look at the Illuminati card games, example, okay? You look at the game, Illuminati card game.
I'm not familiar with it, so help me understand.
It's a card game.
It's a card game.
That tells you exactly what their agenda is.
Gotcha.
It's called mental pre-program. That means that you predispose already. Once you play this, your mind is already predisposed at this happening, and you accepting it. Okay, so they have a picture of Donald in that game.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm not crazy. They have the picture of Donald, but they also had the Twin Towers. They had everything on there.
Gotcha.
Okay, from A to Z. So it's kind of like a hidden agenda, which they try to make it open to our eyes, but we really don't see it. We're so busy working.
It's kind of like hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
It's the black people. Okay. I'm from Africa, so I'm not a racist.
Okay.
Okay, you my brother, so I like black people.
Okay.
My mom, I was raised
you drop down.
by an African woman in my house. Okay. She was just a servant, but she was she, took care of me.
Right.
So I love black people.
Okay.
I had settlement with Sean. Okay. And he belongs to that agenda. That's why he's so famous. They land all the contracts. It's these attorneys, which are.
I just wanted to say, I see what puzzle pieces they're saying, and that here weirdo. That is the whole thing. Back then, 5 years ago, they did think everything he was saying, that he was just a crazy, schizophrenic man. But then here we are, 5 years later, and everything that you hear him talking about, it happened.
Wait, can you pause it right quick? I want to say something right quick. It is so hard for me to understand this guy. I'm trying to figure out why when he was.
So the thing is, you hearing him saying their names. See, he's not calling them by they he's calling P. Diddy by his real government name. He's calling Donald Trump by his real name. He's saying their names. That's how you know this man knows them personally. He's even going to say a little bit of stuff about Obama. So what he's saying is the organization that they are from is Illuminati, but not P. Diddy. We know him as P. Diddy, Puffy, Sean Combs. He's saying no, he is a part of the organization called Bula, which that is the black elites of the Illuminati. And this is where he's going to now get into the things that he's witnessed and seen with his own eyes and what they had him doing for them and why they targeted him.
Well, what I was going to say is that when he was talking about P. Diddy them in the beginning, they had words going with it, right? Where the words at? Like, it's like, listen, I want to hear everything the man's saying. I'm talking about when those words was there, I can understand them. When they disappeared, I don't know if he changed languages or my ears switched. Okay. And another thing, I'm having a problem with it not being a timestamp and a date on this interrogation video, because they could have put it together. They lie a lot, but I'm saying that's just what I'm thinking out my mind off top.
Yeah.
That that's just how I think. Where the proof?
This is 5 years ago, and I'm gonna show you later where Blind Item, who's a well-known TikToker, 3 years ago spoke of him and P. Diddy, and no one paid attention then either. And now all of this is coming to surface. Everything he said in this interrogation 5 years ago is coming to surface now. And everybody thought he was crazy when he said it back then.
Well, I ain't gonna say he ain't crazy, but okay, I'm listening.
Okay.
Ben Mercedes worked for Bad Boy Entertainment for 4 years and worked for Hillary Rodman for 5. Okay? When I take Sean the threat on me, okay? I don't have it, but I can make it available under secrecy. That means that I wouldn't be liable, because I don't want to be getting framed for anything. Okay. I had some with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a slave. Okay. For them, that's what I was. That's all. All right. I called and I came back and I sued him for the robberies and won. But they did Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes were his attorneys, okay? And Christopher Leon's here was my attorney. They asked me to turn in that, which was the video recording, and I did so. They gave it back to me accidentally, and it's possible I threw everything out. It's possible I can produce a copy.
Gotcha.
It's possible. I'm not sure. Now, how does this lead towards Donald Trump?
Okay.
The Mercedes family, Ben Mercedes, that works with Mark Garagos. Mark Garagos used to be Michael Jackson's attorney.
Yeah, out in Los Angeles.
Yeah. He had Michael, and they OD'd him, okay? He didn't overdose. They OD'd him because they keep the royalties of the music. Michael alone.
So now, remember now, we all know what happened to Michael Jackson. And remember, the doctor served 4 years in prison for giving him the shot. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you heard what he just said?
Yeah, that they took him
But
out.
did you
Like,
hear who he said really did it?
no, I didn't. I can
The
barely
lawyer,
understand.
Michael Jackson's attorney. Michael Jackson.
His own attorney did it.
His own attorney set it up so that they can get Michael Jackson's royalties. He's going to go on in to explain a little bit more of that too.
Made $860 million alone last year, okay, in 2017, which who keeps that royalty? The music companies. Who represents the media and entertainment in the United States? Most of them, Mercedes does. Kenny Mercedes, which is Gruber Mercedes Shire out of New York. Okay? So what they've been doing is they've been promoting a hate agenda against Trump. So people hate him. Okay? Because they know he is very alpha. Okay? Very alpha in the sense that he likes money, he likes to make money, and he likes women, and they know they want to defame him in certain ways with Stormy, with other people, because they want him out of the government, okay? But it ain't happening because it's too smart for them. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm trying to, right?
Donald is intelligent. We have a similar type of intelligence and overview of things. The only thing is he's not seeing that Hillary is a distant cousin of his and Obama have a different plan for him. Do you understand? No offense with Obama. I love each and every American, but he was part of that 9/11 agenda. He's a CIA agent, an ex-CIA agent. That's why there's so much identity issues with Obama. Who knows his real name? They say he was born in Indonesia and he's also born in Hawaii. Nobody knows. Why? Because he's an ex-CIA agent.
Okay.
Basically, Osama bin Laden never existed. It was a creation of the CIA, and it was Obama in a cave talking and looking like an Arab. And then they Twin Towers. Okay, so my problem is I'm here to expose each and single one of them to the American public for the crimes committed on September 11th, 2001, and therefore. Okay?
Now tell me though, how all of that led up to Thursday night, Friday morning.
Well, I've been trying, my settlement put me in a box. Basically, I couldn't talk because otherwise I'll be sued.
Okay, so now the settlement he talking about is he really won a $1 million settlement with P. Diddy, and he had to sign a contract that he couldn't come out and speak about it. In the settlement that he won with P. Diddy had gave him a STD, okay? And he was going to expose it. But P. Diddy paid him and his attorneys paid him in a settlement. So he couldn't talk for years about it. So to get their attention, you know, he did all of this too. So that now he could talk about it. So this is the settlement that you hear him talking about that was with P. Diddy.
So I let it be, but they've been following me, and they've had, Mark Garagos has had the FBI on me, has had other agencies looking at me and spying on me, okay, because they want to set me up as an extortionist. Like if I was extorting Sean for money. It's wrong. Basically what happened is Diddy and Ross, which they're good buddies, okay, they
Now you heard him. He said Diddy and Ross. He's talking about Rick Ross. When he's saying their names. You know what I'm saying? He don't we know him as, Rick Ross. He's saying the name. So you're gonna hear him saying KHALED, but he's gonna be saying his real name. He's gonna be saying Ross. He's gonna be talking about Rick Ross. We missed it a little earlier because of the way I had to edit it. The first name, the very first name he said was Eddie. When he said Eddie, that's Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to the realist. Shout out to the Rooks. Shout out to Busy Mama.
And
Shout out to Tracy. Everybody that I might have missed.
Shout out to everybody who just came in.
Okay, this crazy, man. This crazy. This wild.
Girl, I'm telling you, it's a mess.
they're gay.
Let me hit mute.
Who? Both Diddy and Ross and KHALED. They're all gay. Okay?
DJ KHALED, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
KHALED is a supporter. Okay.
Who supporter?
Hamas.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worries.
Hamas supporter. Okay.
Right.
Basically, he's Arab, Palestinian. Okay.
He's talking about DJ KHALED right now, that he's a part of Hamas and that he's Arab. So that's who he's
I thought I heard Arab. I'm like, who the heck Arab? Okay. All right. That makes sense.
KHALED.
He look Arabic.
The Ciroc agenda, okay, is basically binge drinking poured out on a yacht. They promote binge drinking and
so I had edited it, but what he said is they promote binge drinking and drugs. And then he went on to talk about liquid C. So, but I edited it, so you're not going to hear him say it because I chopped out the word, but that's what he said.
I don't even know what liquid C is. I mean, you might have to spell it for me.
Liquid powder.
Oh, okay. Shoot, girl.
Yeah, I mean, I hate that we got to be so censored on YouTube, but,
Yeah, hey, I'm all for green dollar signs, baby.
The hip-hop agenda was laid out by Obama during his last presidencies purposely. That's why they had Tupac. Because when they kill him, you gain fame. When your record sales go up and then people listen to you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I see a couple of people who just coming in asking what the hell is going on in here. So,
right, I see the realist, man. Yeah, catch us up.
This is Jonathan Oddi from South Africa, who 5 years ago, pow Trump National Doral, and started a whole ambush attack with the police. And during his interrogation with the police, he made all types of allegations about Puffy, DJ KHALED, Rick Ross, Eddie Murphy, Donald Trump, Cassie Ventura. And this is all 5 years ago. This interrogation is 5 years ago. And now with everything that's happening with P. Diddy, this interrogation has resurfaced back into the algorithm and everybody's talking about it. Like, oh, wow, he said all of this then. And then you remember in Cassie's lawsuit, she mentioned how she used to have to go online and search for men because she was a S slave for P. Diddy. So this interrogation is basically confirming everything that she said and other women has now came out in their lawsuit saying about P. Diddy. But but this guy here he said a lot more, in my opinion, because I didn't know about DJ KHALED. I didn't know. I heard rumors. Wendy Williams put it out about Eddie Murphy. So I heard those rumors, but I didn't know for sure. Now he's saying it. You know, I didn't know nothing about Rick Ross, but again,
I mean,
we've heard
he's saying a lot
rumors.
of he's saying a lot of stuff people been saying though, as far as the rumors, the Illuminati and all of the stuff that people think highly weird and all of the stuff,
Right,
like, but
right.
I I kind of
But
got a
not
problem
to
with it.
this, but not to this extent. Like it's basically he's confirming everything that's well, he
Oh
said it
heck
5
yeah,
years
Eddie is
ago.
known,
The thing that
huh?
the point is, he said this 5 years ago. And now with Cassie's lawsuit, you know, and remember how fast P. Diddy settled with her. He settled with her in less than 24 hours, just like he settled
Hmm.
with him 5 years ago when he gave him a STD. You know what I'm saying?
How much money he get 5 years ago?
$1 million. That's what he said. It's well
Oh, I
known, like
can't.
it's
No.
documented that P. Diddy settled
Mm,
with him on $1 million. I'm gonna show you again later. I just wanted y'all, you know, I wanted us, you know, I'm trying to like,
yeah,
you know, bring you up to speed about what's going on. But you'll see, you know, all of this is like it's you know, we have to say alleged, you know, because YouTube guidelines and everything, but it's documented. It's facts. You know, you can Google it. So, like, and back then, though, like I was saying, back then, everybody thought he was crazy. You know, they yeah, he's schizophrenic, he's this, he's that. He's just making up stuff because he's in love with Melania, Trump wife, Melania, whatever, however you pronounce her name. But that's what they were
he was
saying.
stalking her or something, or
Yeah, yeah,
where she come in
yeah,
at?
yeah, that's why they really said he did what he did, is because really he's obsessed with her. This is what they were saying, you know, the rumor mill was saying this, but you know, he's also an actor and he was affiliated with the website, dancingbeards.com.
Wow.
He's on that porn website. And that's how P. Diddy, well, Cassie found him there. That's what he was saying. And remember, in Cassie's lawsuit, she did say she used to have to go
Yeah,
online and look for men.
and look for him.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
did he? Well, that's how they found him on that website. Cassie found him.
So you mean to tell me this? Because you said this recirculated. So this was on the line 5 years ago.
Yes, it was on the news.
Wow.
Everything 5 years ago. It was talked about, but they
Wow.
called him a nutcase. They said he was crazy, and you know they shoot it off like it wasn't nothing. So now with
Man,
everything
please.
that's
I
happening
think the
now,
powers. See, this the kind of stuff I feel like they hold until they ready to let you
until they
up.
ready.
Like
Yep, I
then
agree.
stop protecting them.
Yep,
Because come on, man. That I
yep,
mean, even if they did think he was crazy, they
right.
still could have considered some of the stuff he said. I really don't believe that. Is that how it worked? You in an interrogation room telling all these
Oh
this and
yeah,
they
you
do
know, it's
nothing?
just like you said, girl. They put that in their back pocket and held it on,
Girl,
took note
please.
of it and held it on for later.
That's
And
why
it's just come
that's
out
why
when
I'm
it
looking sideways.
because, like we said
Wow.
before, when we talked about P Diddy, and I said it in my previous videos. I don't know who he pissed off, but he pissed somebody off. Okay, and it's his
He
turn now.
sure did.
And you know who gonna be next? Jay-Z. Jay-Z next.
They all going down. No black person dies with their money. That's what I'm seeing.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Your lyrics and everything, and then you become famous. Okay, that's how they do it. All right. Tupac's still alive.
Yeah.
He's in Cuba. Basically, what happens is the following. The hip hop agenda is an agenda to move all the United States. You need to inform the DEA. They move all the dope. Okay, all the dope on private jets, which don't get screened by
customs,
by the inside the United States. Okay, they move what's called high grade powder MDMA. They move liquid in their bottles too. Okay, so they put the liquid in bottles and they move it. I've seen the liquid go drank it myself, having sex with Diddy and Cassie. Okay, it's not good. He drinks it all the time.
See, I had to edit it. He's talking about the liquid C now. And what he said is how they get it into the United States, they've put it on their private jets. That's how they get the stuff into the States. And he said P. Diddy drinks the liquid C in his beverage. And he gives it to Cassie all the time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Except for when they on the red carpet or at events and stuff.
Well,
Because I mean,
I can't count how many times I've seen P. Diddy with his cup. Now to hear him say that, it's like, oh, that's what he always sipping on, mixed with his Ciroc.
girl, this is crazy.
All right, he calls it Gigi. That's typical.
All right.
How do I know there's a conspiracy against Trump? Because it's in the Illuminati card deck. He should look at it for himself.
But let me bring you back to Thursday night, Friday morning.
Sure.
I mean, how did all of this? I think I better understand what you're saying.
I chopped it up a lot, but you could tell during the interrogation that the police wasn't really believing him at this time either. Because you see how the officer kept cutting him off. He did it quite a few times, but I chopped it. But he did it.
Man, as eager as they are to ransom black folks.
He kept saying, let me dial it back. Let me dial it back. Let me bring you back. Like basically saying, let me bring you back to Earth. Now,
man,
trying to get him to talk because he wasn't believing nothing he was talking about. So
this is Diddy and Cassie type right here we're looking at, huh?
And he was like, he wanted him to really talk about why he did what he did at the Trump National Doral. You get what I'm saying? But he telling what about all this, like what's going on with P. Diddy, and he like, the officer, the detective, like,
But at this time that he's talking 5 years ago, how long ago did that stuff happen that he's talking about? Was it current at that time?
Yes, current. And he talks he talks about the he's gonna even tell the officer, you could get the contract lawsuit from my wife, because his wife, ex-wife, is an attorney, and she's the one that did the settlement with P. Diddy. And he's gonna tell the officer, you could get all of that paperwork from my wife, who's still a lawyer, and this, that, and the other. Yeah, he gonna, he says all of that.
Where is he, out of jail or he in jail?
We'll get to that.
Okay. Somebody's asking.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
How did that prompt you? How did that make you do what you did that night?
Well, we're getting to a point that his assassination is coming. Okay? Because it's an agenda they're perpetrating on the media and the news. Example. Madonna is a client of Mercedes, Ben Mercedes. He has her go on public TV and say, oh, someone should, I thought so many times of going up and blowing up the White House.
Gotcha.
Okay? They gave her that little message. That little message is Hillary's message, okay? Because Hillary sends it to Gary Ross. And Gary Ross gives it to Mercedes, and they give it to okay. Now
I get all that.
You're gonna need an internet so I can show you. If I show you the website, you're just gonna go like, oh.
All right. Help me understand you.
Sure.
How old are you?
I'm 42. I've been through all my life. I've had a great life. I've settled $4.125 million with Diddy. Okay, was he scared that I was exposed?
I don't want to talk about Diddy right now. I want to talk about you. Help me understand you. I mean, obviously we never met.
I know.
I don't know you from Adam's Cat.
I know.
I'm trying to, we'll get back to the event.
I got like 30 years ago. Right. I'm good.
Where are you from?
I was born in South Africa. This was only me. It was premeditated to give a message to the American public, a wake-up call. It's called a wake-up call.
Okay, I had chopped a lot of it out because he did get into like where he was from. He's from South Africa. He lived in South Africa for 12 years. Then he lived in Argentina for 12 years before coming to the States. Then he talked a bit about his mother. He has his brother, his sister, his ex-wife. He talked a bunch about jobs he worked for TV stations, owning his own business, one being a mineral company, working from home, investments he made through like Section 8 housing. He talked about working in sales, accounting. So yeah, but I took all of that out, but that's what he went on talking about. Just to bring y'all up to speed to that. but I jumped, I edited all of that out. And
Yeah, I'm glad you took that out. I don't give a dang where you from. Give me the juice.
yeah.
It's like when somebody
Give me the
rings a
news,
bell
man.
for Americans to wake up. Americans like you, like me, like all of us here.
You said premeditated, so you thought about this. You thought this through.
Yeah.
How long have you been thinking about it?
It's easy. That's like.
Help me understand. I don't.
Well, really,
when you say premeditated, you must have been thinking about it for a while. How long have you been thinking about doing what you did?
Well, when I say premeditated, it means that I went and did it by myself. That's all. And I didn't think about it like for a month. Okay. I didn't plan it for a month.
Okay. When you say premeditated, I thought maybe you planned it out.
I ran my own personal investigation, which I figured out myself that this is going on, and we're still having issues of corruption at the highest place in our government.
I get that. Now,
man, what's happening is he's trying to cool things down, but then the feds have been harassing him. The feds. They have a big file of me like this, the feds. Since because P. Diddy and Mark Garibus have been trying to set me up and lock me up as an extortionist, asking for money. It was not so. My settlement was breached, and my settlement terms is one was called peaceful enjoyment. That means that if I went to your house or I did something, you'd actually pay me the full amount.
I get all that.
So I've been going through that since like 2012.
So that's what they ended up settling on. That he did kind of like a peaceful sexual exchange with P. Diddy. But during the intercourse, he caught an STD. So that's how the lawyers ended up settling with him. And then later, yes, that's what he just explained. Because they was trying to accuse him of extorting P. Diddy because he threatened to expose him once he got the STD.
Well, did the $1 million make the STD go away?
Well, yeah, because I don't want to. I'm not saying the STD he caught, but it was curable. Yes.
Wow. And so why is everybody acting shocked now? If all this happened 5 years ago and everybody knew about it, which I ain't never heard about it, but that was 5 years ago. I wasn't even on this stuff. But why is everybody acting surprised now? And I've been heard about Eddie Murphy and all that stuff.
That's why I service him, because they going, wow, remember when Jonathan Oddi said this, that, and the other? Because now is coming out with all of these all these lawsuits with P. Diddy. So
this dang on tape been at the bank somewhere in the vault. You know what I'm saying? They was waiting. These people, but that's the part that upsets me. It's just you allow people bad behavior until they do something, until you ready to take their money or whatever. They the real damn criminals. I'm never gonna be on their side, but I'm listening.
Well, you gonna see what happens next. Well, this is almost over, but okay.
Okay. Neva said that.
You talked to him about that kind of stuff.
I talked to him alone because he's the only one that knows since the beginning. Gotcha. And then my ex-wife, she knows he saw the contract. She has a contract, a picture of the contract. Tony Trump. You need to call her and ask her for a copy of the settlement agreement. I just threw them away the same day. I threw it all away.
You threw what away? Yeah.
Mike.
See, did you hear what he said?
What did he say?
He just said to the detective, you could get all that information from my wife because she was the one that settled that case.
He got a wife?
She's his ex-wife now. At this time,
she was his wife then?
She was his wife when when he was on the, he's an actor. Oh. Yeah, he's an actor.
Oh.
He's in the industry or whatever.
Nah, I was talking about the sex part of it.
No. That's what he just saying. Well, I'm saying wife, but she's his ex-wife. When he's during this interrogation, he's not married to her anymore, but he's telling the detective, you can speak with my ex-wife, who was my attorney at the time and settled the case with Sean Combs, with Puffy. So you could get anything. What he's saying is, I know y'all think I'm crazy, y'all don't believe me, but my wife has all the evidence. That's what my ex-wife, that's what he's saying, basically.
computers and everything.
Okay.
Well, where do you throw them away at?
The garbage.
And your garbage? At your...
Yeah, because they've been spying at me through that. They spy you through your computer, through your iPhone. They spy you through your TV screen, the cameras. Even if they off, they manage to do it. It's called intelligence. The CIA is available, can do anything.
Okay.
We all are very intelligent.
I can see that, yeah.
The thing is, you've been fed the wrong foods and medicines which blind you, okay? Most of the pharmaceutical industry is bogus.
I agree with you there.
I can tell you right now, they have you popping pills and they can use slowly so you die, okay? That's the truth. You don't need any medicine. You're strong. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Your body is called, the only way to come out now is called immunotherapy. That's all you need. And I mean, I know you all think this is bogus, or you may not yet understand it. But look, I got 3 calls.
I got you.
I did this for the country. Trust me, I feel great.
Okay.
And I'll do it any day. Because at least I avoid a president getting shot. And at least I avoid other dummies trying the country. Excuse my language.
No. All right, let's go back to Thursday night, Friday morning. What were you thinking?
Cool as ice. I went there. I knew what I was doing. It's not like I didn't know what I was doing. I knew what I was doing, and my point was, take down the flag and put it in the front desk and call the police, shoot the chandelier to tell them to stop getting Saudi Arabia money.
All right.
That's all, because Obama is behind him, so is Hillary, okay? So he's got to stop taking the Arabian money because he's letting everything slide. He's letting Obama stand right behind him, and so Hillary.
Mm-hmm.
He knows who they are. So does the CIA. Maybe the Secret Service doesn't because you all work for the president, correct?
Right. Some other people, but mainly the president, right?
Exactly. So the problem is, you are his circle, the CIA, and then are a different circle.
Well, let me rephrase that. We don't work for him. We provide a service to protect him.
Exactly. That's why I want you to talk, and I would like this to be told to Donald Trump. Tell him I'm a supporter of him. I love him. I don't hate him. I know what his issues are. They've been doing business. They've been getting referrals for years after I cut the deal with Diddy. They made friends, and they be doing deals.
I understand
and
all that.
They threw me into the feds
well,
for conspiracy of something that I had not done. I was claiming breach of settlement.
See, that's what he ended with. Well, I stopped it there. I can drop the link in the description later if y'all want to go watch it in its entirety, because it's pretty long. It's like close to an hour long. I dropped, I just did some only edited and highlighted some parts that I wanted y'all guys to listen to. But after that, they a lot of people are saying that he's deceased. You had asked earlier, Ms. V, like, where is he now? So back then it was said that he was in jail, he was serving his time, he got sentenced. But a lot of people are saying that he was deceased. Oh, I could take this down. I could drop this. That he's deceased, and there's no proof though. He hasn't been seen or heard of since that interrogation, right?
He hasn't been seen since that.
Pull up that last one right there.
And I want to give a shout out to Neva over there and her husband over there laughing at me. Hold on, let me pull it up. The last one? It's the last one? Wait. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's unclear whether the FBI is actually investigating Diddy. And if they are, they certainly wouldn't announce it. Either way, fans are now saying this Jonathan Oddi confession is a huge deal because he said all this 5 years before Cassie filed her lawsuit. And a lot of the things he mentioned match her allegations. Now, what's also very strange is that there is no information available online about what happened to Jonathan Oddi after he was charged over the 2018 shooting incident. All the articles that reference the event are from 2018. And while these articles confirm that Jonathan was formally charged, it's unclear whether he was sentenced or where he is now. But wait, there's more. On December 15th, just days after multiple celeb blogs reported on Jonathan's connection to Diddy, a website called funeralbitsmemorial.com published an obituary to Jonathan Oddi, a Doral, Florida resident. However, the post looks very sketchy and there is no information on the time, place, or manner of the alleged death. Now, regardless of whether Jonathan Oddi was telling the truth during his interrogation, the fact that there is zero information on what happened to him after he was charged over that shooting incident is just insane. Some people on social media are saying he's still in jail, but there are no credible media sources where this information can be confirmed.
You see, it's no evidence.
She just said it's no, man, I don't believe nothing now.
Evidence.
I don't believe nothing.
Of where, of like what happened after that. You know what I'm saying? But I want you to take a listen to her now. She said this 3 years ago. She said that 3 years ago. Pull that up.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
I'll give you more. Speaking of P. Diddy,
that's
I'm gonna
crazy.
Start with the related headline first, because P. Diddy and Donald Trump show up in this same blind item. So the man in question is Jonathan Oddi. Yes, he sure is odd. I saw that Dancing Bear made the news again recently. The last time I thought of that club is when the guy who got an STD from the male producer / rapper ended up getting $1 million in a settlement and used it to buy a bunch of property he then sold. This was the same guy who got involved in at a golf club owned by this former A++ lister and was shot by police. So Jonathan Oddi allegedly got a stid from P. Diddy and was awarded a $1 million settlement for it, and then also decided to take a pew-pew into Trump National Doral Golf Club because he was obsessed with Melania Trump.
See, now she said that that's 3 years ago. That's 3 years ago. She said that.
Where the date at?
That's on her TikTok. 3 years old.
Cause I know TikTok don't show you dates. They don't show dates when you drop your post your video.
All of this is coming out because it's like, wow, people been saying this. Like nobody was paying attention. But people have been saying this over the years. So now because of all this stuff that's going on with Puffy, now everything is starting to come into the algorithm. And things that people said 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, it's all in the algorithm now. So that's why everybody's talking about it.
So you said the time.
It's just
no, but the time of that interrogation, you said this was 5 years ago.
Yes,
so
that was 5 years ago.
So when he was talking about Diddy, that had just happened like last week to the date that he was in there, or are you saying that all that was like within?
No,
because he wasn't with Cassie 5 years ago.
No, that's not what I said.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm trying to get.
That interrogation is 5 years ago. The story,
right? But
I'm telling, I don't know. He don't say a date. Well, he did say a date a couple of times. He said a couple of times. He said 2017. I heard him say that once. I heard him say something about 2012 or something like that. He did say some dates, but that was, through his interrogation. But I
guess he his interrogation was like he was talking to a priest. He was just letting it all hang out. Because to me, that's just odd that he was in there for Trump and Alana, but he talking about this.
Well, because that's what he said. If you heard him, when they kept asking him, what was your mindset? Why were you doing this? He basically did it to get the attention that he was getting in that moment. He did it to put out everything that's going on, to be heard, because he said he was tired. And he kept saying that the CIA is harassing him and they trying to mess with him. So of course he sounded like a nutcase. They like, okay. Nobody wanted to believe nothing that he was saying. because he sound crazy. I
But
mean, I admit a lot.
so wait a minute though. I'm trying to. So this guy 5 years ago he did the interrogation, and he did what to Trump, and he did what? He shoot or what did he do over there?
Yeah, pull up that first one again. Pull up the first.
Because he should be in prison, not missing. I'm kind of
Well,
confused.
that's what they saying. After he did get sentenced to jail, but nobody heard of him since.
How much time they give him, or they don't know that either.
Pull up the first one. That's the flashback.
As Jonathan Oddi, who became a U.S. citizen last year. He faces charges for multiple felonies, including attempted law enforcement officers.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Oddi, you were arrested.
This was his first appearance in court, where a judge denied bond.
This subject came in, removed the flag from a flagpole at the rear of the complex, and brought it into the hotel lobby and draped it over the counter and began to yell out anti-Trump, President Trump rhetoric.
Investigators believe the suspect wanted to lure cops to the hotel.
It appears that he was trying to engage our police officers, some type of ambush type of attack, trying to lure our police officers into this fight. He did succeed and he did lose.
Oddi was in the leg by responding officers.
About the man accused of going on a spree in the middle of the night at Trump National Doral. Police are calling it an ambush attack. Somehow, nobody was except for the suspect. CBS 4's Hank Tester is live in Doral with the latest on this investigation that has the Secret Service now involved. Hank.
Yes, that's absolutely correct. Now, the guy involved in all this that shot up the Trump Doral here, the Trump International here at Doral, has an interesting background. Businessman, realtor, and porn actor performer. Let's take a look. Lots of questions about this guy, Jonathan Oddi, who police say shot the lobby of the Trump National Doral, which earned him some up legs, and for the one-time porn actor dancer, a ton of legal trouble.
4187 reference an active.
After midnight Friday morning, Doral police and Miami-Dade police officers roar into the Trump National grounds, to the reception area.
Fired! Fired! Male is behind the gate.
The subject, police say, pulled a fire alarm, began into the floor and ceiling. And that's when Jonathan Oddi got shot. Doral and Miami-Dade cops took him down. Luis David Gonzalez said he and Oddi often worked out together at a Doral gym.
It's like actually like around 10 years, 11 years around there, or maybe a little more.
What type of person is he?
He's a good person.
Gonzalez says Oddi never been violent, that Oddi was a comedian, dancer, entertainer. Listen.
He's an entertainer. Yeah.
CBS 4 reporting, as an entertainer, Jonathan Oddi worked for DancingBear.com, a porn website where men wearing costume bear heads have large groups of women.
Just normal guy. He was like a bodybuilder, so he looked like always working out.
Normal.
Interesting background there. Now, one police officer was injured in all this. He broke his wrist during the out. No one else injured whatsoever. The crime scene, as you can see behind me, it still remains very active.
There you go. So that was a flashback 5 years ago.
He did all that and survived? Like what?
He did all of that, and then when he got in the interrogation, that's what you heard him getting into. So when they asked him why you did it, this is why I did it. Because I want my story heard. I want to be heard. I'm tired of this. I can talk now. He said he was under a contract where he couldn't talk about it after he got paid. And now he could talk about it. And he claimed at that time that the CIA was stalking him and harassing him. But again, he hasn't been. He got sentenced. They said he got.
They should have had that on TV. Out, man. That's crazy.
But nobody's heard. And you see in that last clip, that you just played, not this last one, but the one before that, where they said
definitely a good story.
That website looks sketchy. The one that put up his obituary. You see the date on that. That was just December 15th, 2023.
Wait a minute, though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I heard you say that you can't find nothing on him, like when you look him up, or somebody said they couldn't, like
No,
they don't see
the
where he
website.
locked up at or anything.
That's what you just listened to in this second clip that you had pulled up. That 1 minute clip. That's what they was talking about. The website looked sketchy. The obituary looked sketchy. It's really like it's not really proof to say, because they trying to say he's deceased. But then there was rumors that he was in jail, and then now in prison, and then now you have a lot of YouTubers that's covering this, him being
I hope
deceased.
they look him up and find him,
Wait, but the YouTubers
dig him up.
that's covering this and that's saying that
Hmm.
he's deceased are a bunch of YouTubers that's out in India. Yeah,
Mm.
so what they saying is they probably being paid through that site, that website or whatever, Fiverr. Because all of the YouTubers that's talking about him being his demise is all from India.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about it, those channels, and they not really big channels, just just discussing it,
See,
but they all talking
is this
about.
created? Like it sound created. Like I mean, is it bots? Is it a bunch of bots talking about him? Like y'all, you know that we always pick up stories like this, and it's coming from India.
No. This story is not coming from India. What I'm saying to you is the
People that's talking
story.
about it is in India.
No. What I'm saying is, because the second video, that clip that you just listened to, when you asked where is he, and you pulled up that second clip, and you see where the narrator was speaking about him being deceased, but the website looks, here, pull it up again.
Right,
It's right there, the
right. I
second
got
one.
that. The white girl that was talking with all that noise behind her. Yeah, I heard her. I mean, but
No,
that's weird because
that's the TikToker. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the
what you
second
talking about?
when they talked about his obituary, Miss V. Pull up the middle one.
Girl, listen here. I
Pull up
can
the middle
barely
one.
hear. I could barely hear it good, and I don't know why it's like that. But hold on, I'm about to. Which one? Cause it's three. Number two.
The middle one.
I'll give you
No,
more.
that's not the middle one.
Speaking of P.
That's the last.
Diddy, I'm going to start with the related
Not
headline
this one.
first.
The middle one.
So the fourth one. The fourth one.
It's three in there. It's the.
And it's unclear whether the FBI is actually investigating Diddy. And if they are, they certainly wouldn't announce it. Either way, fans are now saying this Jonathan Oddi confession is a huge deal because he said all this 5 years before Cassie filed her lawsuit. And a lot of the things he mentioned match her allegations. Now, what's also very strange is that there is no information available online about what happened to Jonathan Oddi after he was charged over the 2018 shooting incident. All the articles that reference the event are from 2018. And while these articles confirm that Jonathan was formally charged, it's unclear whether he was sentenced or where he is now. But wait, there's more. On December 15th, just days after multiple celeb blogs reported on Jonathan's connection to Diddy, a website called funeralbitsmemorial.com published an
This website. This is what I'm talking about. You see the date on that? It say December 15th, 2023. This is the website where she's saying it's sketchy. It's not really saying much, but it's claiming that he's deceased. They put up an obituary for him.
So all of a sudden, after the story breaks, now he dead.
Right. All of a sudden,
and the tape is. I don't believe nothing. I don't believe none of it. It's hard to believe it. It sounds like it's created.
to Jonathan Oddi, a Doral, Florida resident. However, the post looks very sketchy and there is no information on the time, place, or manner of the alleged death. Now, regardless of whether Jonathan Oddi was telling the truth during his interrogation, the fact that there is zero information on what happened to him after he was charged over that shooting incident is just insane. Some people on social media are saying he's still in jail, but there are no credible media sources where this information can be confirmed.
See, like some people are saying he's in prison. Some are saying he's deceased, but there's really nothing that you can look up that'll tell you where he's at or like what's, if he's really deceased. Or
I mean, prisoners is like the easiest people to find unless they don't want them to be found. So that's why would they be protecting him? How did he just disappear? And all of this creative stuff with the obituary. And you did say something about people in India. Now, what did you say about people?
That India thing, I was just throwing out to you that when I was working on this, because another YouTuber had mentioned this, so I went and typed it in too in YouTube and see, and a lot of the websites that's only speaking of his demise, that he's gone, that he's dead, that he's no longer here, are fake YouTubers from India.
That's
Like
what I'm
they're
saying. A
nobody.
bunch of bots, like they're created, and it make
Yeah,
everything
right.
it make
Right.
everything shady. And then I mean, for him to do that with Trump, you would have thought this would have been a high profile case. The sentence, the trial would have been on the news. Like, well, this ain't nothing you just sweep up under the rug and let. I don't know, that it don't make sense to me.
Well,
But
it's as far as I know, it was high profile 5 years ago. I wasn't on YouTube 5 years ago. I'm only
me
talking
either.
about it
Yep.
now. I'm only talking about it now because it's resurfaced and everybody's
Right. I
talking about
mean,
it. But it's
it's
old. You get what I'm saying?
I
He
guess
said this 5
everybody,
years
the
ago.
whole world must have forgot about this though. Like when all, like I'm talking about when Cassie first came, bro. Ain't nobody said nothing about this dude that everybody knew about 5 years ago, and that is a story that should have been at the top of everybody's brain talking about Diddy. Like I hear people confused,
Well,
but it's
they
like
did. They did. That the girl you just heard, that you just listened to, she
that
said
girl.
that.
I'm talking about a
No,
mass amount of people.
listen to what I'm saying though. She said that 3 years ago. That video you just watched is 3 years old. So people have been saying it, but nobody's listening. Like nobody cared. Now
Yeah, I'm
everybody
talking about on a
cares.
massive level though. I'm
But that's
talking
what I'm
about when
saying.
stuff go
People
viral.
only care now because of all of the controversy surrounding P. Diddy. That's the
But
only
that's
reason
what I'm
why they care
saying.
now.
Now that everything can, this is a long time. Like Cassie, that story been broke. This is a long time from that they just now bringing this guy up. And I'm not talking about one or two people. I'm talking about this should be viral,
No,
just like
it's a
P
lot of
Diddy.
people talking about it. It's a lot of people talking about it. Like they was talking about it back with Cassie too. It's just, I'm now talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody talking
Yeah,
about
I
it.
didn't see it, and I'm always online.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
saying
it's
it's
there.
not a massive
It's
amount of
there.
people
It was in
talking
my
about it because
algorithm. Maybe because
when
I talk about a
something
lot of celebrity stuff,
when
so
something
it was
is
in my
viral,
algorithm.
I'm subscribed to a lot of different people. So not, when something is viral, it's gonna hit everybody. Everybody gonna see it. I see stuff that go viral. I
Yeah.
ain't seen this man nowhere. But I
No, I
can
have.
say that I stopped looking at this because too much stuff is coming out. I'm like, man, this is crazy. So I just stopped focusing on it. But
I
I
think
mean,
it
this
was
is
just in
crazy
my
right here.
algorithm. I think it was just in my algorithm like that because I watch a lot of celebrity stuff and surrounding P. Diddy and all of that. So I guess that's why it was on the top in my top 10. Because it's been in my top 10. I just wasn't, I was dealing with a lot of stuff last week. But I've been seeing this. And then I happened to click on it and I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely talking about this. And and
Yeah,
that's
that's
why.
crazy. I mean, it's deep. I mean, it is, but it's just funny to me how everything just falling out now. Like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, so we on Diddy now. Let's throw this. It's like
Mhm.
every
Mhm.
time this is what happens. It's a shakedown. It is
Mhm.
created. This is what is supposed to happen. No black man supposed to die with his
Yeah, I
royalties.
agree.
He gonna either be in prison or
I
he gonna
agree.
be in a damn casket,
I
and
agree.
it's disgusting what
It
I'm looking
is.
at.
It is.
And it's
I
it's
agree.
it's illegal. Whoever is the damn puppet master
Yeah,
need to
the
be arrested.
machine. The machine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I get angry at this stuff. You could blame the black man all day, but it's the
Mhm.
higher up person that's controlling everything, that's
Yep.
allowing everything.
That's why I
And
always
then yeah, that's the
that's
part that
why I
pisses
said
me
I
off.
don't know who that's why I said I don't know who P. Diddy pissed off, but he pissed
Yeah,
it's
that
his
ain't
turn.
right. That's crazy.
It
That
was
lets you
Bill
know, man, this
Cosby
world is
and
crazy.
R. Kelly, and now P. Diddy, Jay-Z gonna be next. And they coming for Tyler Perry next too, because you see Christian Keys is out talking. Everybody assuming he's talking about Tyler Perry. But yeah,
Right.
that's another video. That's another one. I'm working on that.
Girl, and shout out to everybody that participated in the poll. I said, do you believe him? And 80% of the people in the chat believes this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too. Especially when I saw the lawsuit with Cassie. Everything she put in that lawsuit, he said this 5 years ago. So it's like it's not a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences. And he mentions
5
them
years
by
ago,
full,
P. Diddy
he
should have been
mentions
locked
them
up
by
then.
full government name, like he knows them personally. He ain't calling them by their rap names. He is calling them by their full birth names, like he knows them personally. He's been around them. You hear how he talked about
I
DJ
mean, so
Khaled?
they celebrities. We all know they
No,
birth
I'm saying,
names.
you hear how he talked about DJ Khaled and where he's from and who he's related to? He knows them personally. You hear how he talked about Rick Ross and Eddie Murphy? And that man knew his stuff. That's just my opinion. I
Yeah,
believe.
he might. I just got a problem with the part that I just said that I have a problem with. Just how they can just hold this and then bam, like they controlling not only the world but everybody in it,
But
and
you
that's
know that's what
crazy.
they
It's not
say
right.
too. That's what they say. We hear Kanye say it all the time. Ain't nobody got no tapes on me. You hear him say that all the time.
And I want to say
I don't have
shout
to
out
watch
to
my back.
Blue Lotus for joining Team Viral membership over here. Thank you, Blue Lotus, for being a member on both of my channels. You rock. Shout out to you. Okay. Girl, this is wild.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Wild.
It's a lot. But I'm sure more stuff gonna keep on coming out, because everybody. You think P. Diddy gonna go down by himself? Hell to the no. He ain't gonna go
Well,
down
it'll be
by himself.
interesting to see what happened. That man said a
Yeah, he
whole
gonna
bunch of
take a
people's
lot of
names.
people. I believe it. And I believe that's how he was protected. But now he done pissed off the wrong person. Because the fact that, you know where I really think he made his mistake? Settling with Cassie in less than 24 hours. That was very telling.
Well, hell, they had all this evidence whether he settled or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, yeah, I mean,
That's
that
true.
is like they was just waiting to pull the trigger. I believe they can release stuff into the internet and make it go viral too. I believe that a lot of
I
stuff is
believe that too.
created.
I believe that too.
Yeah, like where's dude at? I would like to see his mugshot. I like to see him behind bars or something. Like, come on, man. Like,
Right, because I really
who?
don't believe that obituary. You think maybe he's in the witness protection? Because at one point during his interrogation, child, I don't know, you probably missed it, but he also said that Tupac was alive and living in Cuba.
Oh, Lord. So he had to throw a few monkey wrenches. But no, but think about it. I don't know if you cut it out or not. In every interrogation video, you see the time and date. Where's that one at?
Let me see something.
And I'm just saying, like, see when it's something that's sketchy, it's always some sketchier stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, where is all that at? Like, where? I mean, Diddy should have been arrested from that. We should have been knowing all about this stuff. Like, that is just
He settled.
That's crazy.
He settled.
But I guess it was just a STD.
Yeah,
That's
he
disgusting.
settled, but the man settled, so it wasn't a crime. If he settled with his attorneys, with P. Diddy's attorneys, so it didn't have to come out.
So he wasn't saying that he took nothing from him. He just said he gave him something. And he got $1 million for that.
Well, not just that he had proof, and he had you heard him in the interrogation. He said he had more than 15 encounters with P. Diddy.
Uh-huh.
So I'm sure he had some evidence and some proof.
I mean, he didn't have safe sex. Where was the condoms at?
So the interrogation,
man.
Watch Ms. V.
What if everybody could sue if they got an STD? Oh, I got an STD.
Well, you
go
see
ahead.
what that girl did to Usher. She said he gave her STD and he paid her too.
Well, then it must have been true that he had it if you're going to pay for it. But that's crazy to me.
But the interrogation
I'm just saying
that we just watched is 3 years ago.
You looking at when they posted it 3 years ago?
Yeah. The one we just watched, the one I chopped up and screen recorded is 3 years old.
Right. Right. It still don't explain the time and date, and I've been on that video. Like every interrogation have a time and
Oh, we
date.
talking about the interrogation. Let me click on it. Hold on. Let me see. Because I didn't pay that
It's
no attention
wild.
when I
No, thank you, Blue Lotus. You rock.
it's the
Shout
damn.
out to the Rooks.
Yeah, Miss V, it's on there. Yeah,
What a
it's up
bit.
there.
What?
Hold on. It's at the bottom. It says, hold on. Let me let the video, what's the name, play again.
What I
Okay,
need to pull something up.
it says May 18th, 2018 at 1:39:23.60 EDT. That's what it
May
says.
of 2018.
Yeah, and of the interrogation. Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
I
I
don't have it.
created my channel in 2018, but I was over here with the Kanika Jenkins stuff. That's what made me create a YouTube channel.
And
Period.
that again, I'll put the link to it so y'all can watch the whole interrogation. For those that want to watch the whole thing, I'll drop the link in the description after the live.
Wowzer.
That's
Well,
about all I have for and that. I had some more, but I'll wait till later if we have, if we feel like talking about some more stuff,
yeah.
more gossip
Okay,
stuff.
well,
But
yeah,
we can move
because
on
I
to
need
other
to.
news right now.
I need to clear my little thing. I can't put nothing else in here.
Oh, let me
So
take this out.
we're gonna go on to the next case that we're gonna talk about. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna be talking about this female right here. Her name is Hannah Payne. I already talked about it when the case itself, but she has now been sentenced. And what happened is this guy. Wait, let me pull up the right pictures, y'all. That's wrong. Let me know in the chat if y'all heard about Hannah Payne. This is coming out of Clayton County, Georgia. So Hannah Payne is a now 25-year-old woman that was involved. She wasn't really involved in a hit and run accident, but she was a witness to a hit and run accident. So this man that we're looking at, Kenneth Herring, he was a 62-year-old man who got into an accident. He hit a tractor trailer. She was turning at the same time as a tractor trailer. Mr. Herring hit the tractor trailer. He stopped for a short while. He ended up taking off. She decided that she was going to chase this man down and take his life. That's what she did ultimately. I mean, and it's crazy. She tried to lie about it and all kind of stuff, trying to make it seem like he grabbed her shirt, put her into the car and all of this, but it made no sense in the first place that she was ever in this man's face, because she wasn't a freaking cop, although she totally acted like a cop / Karen. She reminds me of Dana Elmore. I already had talked about her. But I'm going to play a couple videos and we're going to watch a couple snippets also from the court, just so y'all can see how this was broke down and how she ended up exactly where the hell she was supposed to be.
Oh, yeah. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Okay, so we are going to play this video here so y'all can catch up.
24-year-old Hannah Payne witnessed a car wreck in May of 2019 near the Atlanta airport. That now has her standing trial for murder, as prosecutors called witnesses to the stand.
When she got out, she was immediately aggressive. I didn't understand what was going on. I just thought it was like road rage at the time. It made me stare at him because I kept saying to myself, I hope she knows. I heard that he looked at me And I looked at him, and he just had this look on his face.
Payne is accused of ending 62-year-old Kenneth Herring after a struggle that occurred when he allegedly tried to leave the scene of a crash. Payne's attorney says his client was acting in self-defense, going on to claim the gun went off during that struggle.
She has no malice.
There's been ongoing speculation that Herring may have been under the influence. The 62-year-old's family and attorney claim he was having a diabetic episode and was on the way to the hospital when the crash happened.
Yeah. So she actually tried to say that this man was drunk, but they did say that he had a diabetic, whatever they just said. I don't know why I can't get that right. But yeah, so I don't know which it was. I can tell y'all that his toxicology report was he was not drinking. He was not drunk. People said that he looked confused. He seemed confused to them. But she had no right to do what she did. And I'm trying to think. Listen, this woman was so entitled.
What did she do? I couldn't see. I just heard a lot of yelling.
Wait, yeah, that was a crappy video. The audio on that video was bad. Oh shoot, let me put us back on the screen.
So what?
But yeah, the audio was horrible. Huh?
She pulled him out of his car?
No, she didn't pull him out of his car, but she ran up on him, telling him to get the F out the car, MF-er, and all of this stuff. Like she was the dang on cops. And so
No,
go ahead.
No, I was gonna
ask, so it was
how did she take him out?
This was her at his car. Well, let me move us again. So somebody happened to be riding by because it was a traffic jam and all that. So they recorded this. This was her at his car at that very moment. You could see she pushes back a little bit. That's at the moment that she actually hit him. And then she bent down and picked up the shell casing. She changed that black shirt that she had on.
She used the firearm, so she piled him.
Yeah, she ran up on him with 911 on the phone, talking about they want us to go back to the accident site and all this stuff. Get back.
This old, right?
Well, it ain't. Yeah, it happened in 2019, but she just got sentenced.
I remember this.
I don't. I had not seen this at all.
I wasn't doing YouTube then, but I remember this.
2019.
She just going to trial?
Right. I'm trying to figure out why did it take so long? This was in broad daylight. Everybody outside.
The C.
Oh, the C thing. Yep. Yeah. But still, now that been over too, like a good year and a half.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's crazy. You see that? This woman is sitting up here trying to claim self-defense, y'all.
And when she went up to his car.
Yeah, she had the audacity to claim self-defense, y'all. So we gonna just listen at her get annihilated basically in court and listen at her lie.
Okay.
We gonna listen to. I got a couple clips in here, y'all. So hopefully I got them in order. So here's the first one, about 4 minutes.
That's when he started to drive away.
And you said you were shocked. Why were you shocked that it started back up?
There was fluids everywhere. It was smoking. It was damaged.
Was there major impact?
There was, yeah. The entire tractor trailer just shifted and rocked when he hit him.
And you don't know what speed he was going at, going through the red light?
I don't.
But you did see the effects it had on the 18-wheeler? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you are on the phone with 911. You see him jump into his vehicle, revving it up. What happens then?
Basically just telling dispatch that that's what's happening. I am explaining to her he just got in his car, and she asked me if I was able to get the tag number as he's pulling away.
Were you able to get the tag number?
At that point, I wasn't, no.
Did it appear anybody had gotten the tag number?
No, just trying to get out of the middle of the road.
So people were trying to get out of the way. Was anybody screaming, get the tag number, or?
At the time, all I could see was the state officer and the truck driver the state officer was kind of grabbing the truck driver, kind of telling him, to get out of the way.
Where was this truck driver standing?
They were, so if this was the lane where they were turning and the truck was kind of partially turned, they were standing at the kind of the middle part of the intersection, which would have been middle part of the tractor trailer, which is kind of in front of Mr. Herring's vehicle.
Did it ever appear that any of them might have been in jeopardy of being hit when Mr. Herring was starting up his vehicle?
Initially, it's not the first thing that came to, I think, anybody's mind. But then once he started revving it and just kind of took off, then yeah. So I'm explaining to the dispatch what happened. And as he's pulling off, she's asking me, was I able to get the tag number? Realizing I wasn't able to, I was already at my vehicle. And I completely got in my vehicle and went to go pull off. The truck driver and the state officer was still standing over in the street, and he started waving me over, like calling me towards him.
Okay. And when you got close to him, what happened?
I asked him, did he go straight? And he said yes. And he's telling me, he said go.
So at that time, you were under the impression that he's a state officer sending you to get the tag, and 911 knows that you're on the way to get the tag.
Correct. And he was, when I was in my vehicle, when he was waving me over, his motions were, it was almost like he was waving me on. So when he brought me up, when I got up to him is when he told me to go.
Okay. And he said go, or did he say something else? Or?
No, he just said, good, go.
You're going in the direction they pointed you, and you're on the phone with 911. Was 911 saying anything?
No, she was not. There was kind of silence from the time that she had initially asked me if I had got the tag. I was still kind of getting my bearings, and I just started repeating to her, telling her, okay, he's going down Clark Howell or Forest Parkway.
So you never heard them give a warning of not to chase? Or?
No.
Having heard the tape, did you feel that you were talking over it, or you just didn't hear it? Or?
No, I was explaining to her as we were going down the road. I'm explaining to her what's happening, and from how I remembered it, she asked me again, so were you able to get it? And I explained to her, not yet, but I am about to. And that's when she told me that she just wanted me to be safe. I told her that I understood, and that I wasn't chasing. I was just going to follow, just stay behind him, to stay with him until the police officer could get to us. So I was able to kind of accurately, basically just keep them in the loop, since they obviously weren't there yet.
So your impression at that point is that you're just going to get the tag, and then hopefully that'll be it. You just report the tag?
Correct.
Okay. Did 911 ever come on and say, hey, we've already got the tag from somebody else?
No, she never did.
So as you're getting up close to get the tag, what happens then?
As I'm getting closer, I explained to her that I had the tag, and she basically tells me that this is the way that I interpreted it. She wanted both of us to go back to the original accident site because police should be there by now. She just told me she wanted me to be safe. I told her I felt like I was safe. And that's when I told her that I was going to stay with them until an officer could get to us. And she said that that's what she wanted me to do.
She is a doggone lie, because I remember that. I remember watching that years ago, and the 911 operator told her, do not follow him, do not chase. And she continued.
Yeah. But see, she tried to act like it was confusion because the lady asked her if, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay. So the lady asked her if she got the tag, right? And so that to her was like, okay, well, I'm trying to go get it now. So she trying to act like, she was doing this for the police. Listen, before you say that, the guy that she said was a state officer that told her to go, that man, come to find out, was a corrections officer who he must have felt like a superhero that day too, because he was on a 911 call talking about something about, oh, I don't have my uniform on if I did, and he said something. It's like he was playing cop, she was playing cop, and the state officer told me to go, and then the 911 operator asked me if I had his plate. No, homegirl, you was already in your car ready to take off. She was already being a Karen. She already felt like it was up to her to catch this guy for the cops or whatever. Like, girl, if you don't go sit down somewhere. She got just what she deserved, Karen.
Yeah.
Now let me play this one.
Of the train.
Oh, go ahead. Girl, yes, do not chase. And you continue to chase.
And then act like because he did the same thing. Act like, no, I don't remember them telling me not to follow him.
I mean, the ridiculous part of it is that she gonna say that this man, as soon as she came back from the you could hear the little scuffle. She goes back, ma'am, he just put the trigger on my gun. Girl, get the hell out of here. Talking about she didn't even have her finger on the trigger. She got caught into so many lies.
Why did you pull out your gun?
Exactly. It was no reason for that. She did. I mean, she was all the way at her own car on the phone with the operator. How do you end up there? But what happened in reality, this is what she did. And that's why she got caught. She got in trouble for false imprisonment because that's exactly, I think I deleted the dang on video picture. But the way that she had him blocked in, wait, did I really do that? Yeah, she had him boxed in. So how do you do that? She turns to stop him. She sped up on him, turned in front of him, and you could tell by the way that her wheel was turned to prevent him from leaving.
Right.
And then gonna have the nerve to cry self-defense when you're the aggressor, you're the one at his car, you're the one punching this man. She was doing all that, girl. And go see, I thank God that it's cameras and stuff, because it would have just been her word against their. He was grabbing me. He was, girl, get out of here,
And the person that was driving by too, that was recording.
Yeah, wait, what did I thought I at least left one of them in. Girl, when the police got to the scene and said, who did this? Who unalived them? And she was like, I did. And then when she was on the phone with the operator, she said something like, now you're going to need an ambulance. Somebody said something about it. Is everything okay? She said, I'm okay, but he ain't. Now you need an ambulance.
Yeah.
And when the cop came, just hand the gun after she done picked up a shell casing off the ground in interrogation, biting her false nails off and putting them in her pocket of the sweatshirt she put on after she did this. So she changed her clothes, took off her fingernails, and picked up a shell casing. They should have got her for tampering with evidence too.
Yep.
I'm all hyped. Let me calm myself down.
No, you good.
Let me calm down.
You good.
I should have been a lawyer. Girl. Okay, so I want to pull this video back up, and I'm irritated because y'all need to see this car. How she put her wheel in front of this man to stop him from leaving, and then gonna try to say self-defense when you sitting up and you're the reason why what about his self-defense? He was defending himself against you. Anything he did to her when she approached him, he had the dang on right to do it. And then even on 911, she gonna say that he was drunk. You didn't know that, and he wasn't at all, per his toxicology report. Okay, let me play this one.
We had both come up to the intersection, and I saw him stopped in the turning lane. So I turned as well, and when I stopped, I was under the impression, with me having 911 on the phone, that I could just be kind of like a messenger. So I took my phone on speaker, and I took it to him to show him that I had the police on the phone, and I'm telling him they want us to go back to the original accident site. No, we have not.
So how far do you think you pulled over the distance between you and his truck?
Well, he was in the turning lane, and I was in what would be considered like the right straight lane. And the distance between the vehicles were probably maybe the width of this table.
But there was no contact, correct?
No, there was not. Having authorities on the phone, explaining that to him, that would just mean, okay, we'll go back. I had it on speaker, and I was kind of holding it like in my palm, with it kind of resting in my hand, just like facing him, so that he could see it says 911.
Did you cause him to stop?
I did not.
And why would he be stopped in that lane? The
only thing that I could think of was either he was merging, and his vehicle finally gave up. So the way that the lanes merged, I was assuming that he was either waiting for traffic, but then getting up closer, you can see all of the liquid, like underneath the vehicle. You can see the truck is smoking. I was walking up to him, and I am explaining that I'm on the phone with the police, and that they wanted us to go back to the original accident site. It's loud. We're near an interstate. It's a busy road, and I can't hear what he's saying to me. But as I got closer, I heard him asking me, "Who the F are you?" And I told him that I was nobody, but that I had the police on the phone, and that they wanted us to go back to the original accident site.
Wait, Miss V. I don't
Wait.
remember. I don't
Huh?
remember. I don't
Let me
remember.
move us.
But
You're
did
damn right I'm fed up, realist. I'm sorry.
but did
Go ahead, sister girl.
did the 911 operator record that foolishness that she just said in court? Is that heard on the 911 call? The man saying to her, "Who the F are you?" and her saying to him,
Girl,
"I'm nobody." But I'm on the
I don't
phone with
believe
the
it.
police.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. I couldn't hear the man. Now, witnesses said that they could hear the man, and it was also some type of scuffle because, yeah, they were,
He probably did
something
try
happened.
to push that gun out his face when he seen it.
Yeah, exactly what he did. And she trying to act like, oh, he put his hand on top of my hand, and then he,
He's trying to
like,
stop you
girl.
from shooting him.
She trying to sound so convincing. Exactly, Blue Lotus. Blinking her butt off, telling them lies. Miss V fed up. I can't stand stuff like this, realist. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm yelling, I'm foaming at the mouth over here.
I feel you. I feel
Wait.
your passion. I feel your passion.
I get very passionate about these, which is why I don't talk about them often.
Yeah.
But okay,
Now
so
your
let me
butt
show
went
y'all
sky
some.
high.
Exactly. I'm about to be up here yelling like a crazy lady. Look, you can tell she had no emotion.
Look, yelling at the screen. How we be yelling at our TV, yelling at the
Right.
screen.
I'm so irritated because it don't show. I'm gonna have to put this in a different way because you can't see her face. She's sitting up there on us. Look, you see she got a different shirt on. That black shirt, I guess, is still up under there, but that's what she
you
put
see
on,
it.
and that's
You
what
see
she
it
was in
under the
interrogation with. She had on false fingernails, talking about they broke. That's why I believe she took them off, because she probably didn't lose not one nail fighting that man. And she
probably did lose one or two nails, and that's why she popped off the rest of them, so it don't look like she was in a scuffle.
Or she wanted to make it look like it was real bad and just wanted to bite them all off. She really had a handful and did nothing serious happen. But since she lied and said he grabbed her hand and all that, surely she needed to lose a nail or two.
But
and then his car, woo.
He did hit the tractor trailer?
He did. It was a hit and run. He hit him. He ran. Yes. So he was wrong, right? But his family said he was on his way to the hospital with this diabetic episode. I don't know. That's the part that don't make sense to me.
Right.
Because if they knew that he was on his way to the hospital, unless he was by himself,
to the hospital.
he could have been by himself driving already, or that's the part that don't make sense to me. But the man was not drunk, is my thing. And she tried to put drunk on him. People said that he was confused. So it's very possible he had needles in his car. He had a whole bunch of shit in the car. You see his car. So he had needles and stuff because he was insulin dependent. So it's very possible that could have happened. And he was confused. And he was leaving the scene. I don't know where he was going, but he was going. And she talking about she was trying to save the world, because he was going to hit somebody else. He had already caused an accident, yet she's the one that's putting everybody in danger and in jeopardy. What? What?
Oh, man.
I don't know what I said. I'm talking too fast.
She was trying to save the world.
Right. Girl, sit your Karen with a damn cape ass down.
She
flying around here.
Speed chase.
Girl.
Chasing him down the highway.
So I'm a veer off from the videos I was going to show y'all, because we going to go to the scene and y'all going to see, because I slowed it down a little bit, how chill she is right afterwards. And how chill she was on the phone with the operator. You could clearly tell she didn't give a damn.
Wow.
Ain't that crazy?
Big girl was arguing with her, so she must have knew that she was wrong. You see how she just gonna
And
hand
that's her right there,
her firearm?
chilling.
Like, here you go. Yeah, I know
I
what you
want to
got
know
to
why
do.
she wasn't immediately detained,
Well,
handcuffed or
it looked
something. You
like
just unalive somebody.
it looked like she was being handcuffed later on. You see all that all the way at the end?
You said what?
It looked like she was being handcuffed down there by the corner all the way at the end.
I don't know. I feel like she should have been immediately handcuffed with the weapon and all that. Until he found out what was going on. She should have been handcuffed and sat in a damn car while he investigated. But instead, they let her stand out there arguing with witnesses and stuff.
Yeah, because she was
You
arguing
know what
with
I'm saying?
uh-huh.
That's a bunch of BS.
Yeah.
And so I'ma skip to another video, y'all.
You'd explain that to him. Did you have the phone close to you? Did you have it away from you? Where was the phone?
It was kind of not extended, but partially of the way.
Okay. And what happened then?
Apparently I was close enough for him to reach out the car, and he knocked my phone out of my hand, and he grabbed me by my wrist, and he pulled me into the vehicle.
Okay, now, you said apparently you got too close to the vehicle. Did it appear to you you were too close to the vehicle, or?
I wasn't thinking that I needed adequate space to stay away from him or anybody or anything.
Okay, and then you said he knocked the phone out of your hand.
Yes.
And then he grabbed you. You said one was on your wrist, and where's the other hand?
And originally he had just grabbed my wrist, and he had pulled me in the car, and at some point my shirt had gotten grabbed.
Okay.
And he...
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
He was pulling my wrist, and he pulled me in the vehicle, and he kept yelling at me, telling me, I have something for you. And he used, I have something for you, bitch. And he's leaning, and he's reaching, and he's pulling. And at this point, I remember that, I'm sorry.
Take your time.
I remember that he had let go of my wrist, and he grabbed me by the back of my neck. And it was as if he was trying to kind of keep a hold of me. The entire time I'm telling him, I'm thinking, I'm still have to be on the phone with the police. They have to know. I'm telling him to let me go. And that's when he hits the gas, and we go forward. I'm still in the car at this point, and while it only may have been a few steps or a few feet, when you are being held against your will and you have no idea what's ahead of you, and you're looking down, it felt like it lasted forever. And I just remember, it was like I saw my life flash before my eyes, and I thought I was going to go down Riverdale Road, hanging out the side of this car.
And the whole time, are you trying to get away from this situation?
I'm trying to pull away from him, yes.
And how did you do that?
My entire body was up against the vehicle, and I'm just trying my hardest to push away with any part of me that I can, whether it was my arms or my knees, trying to just put distance in between me and the vehicle, thinking I could get away from it, and was unsuccessful.
And at one part, you hear yourself screaming, get the F out of the car. What was going on then?
I'm thinking that I have a better chance of not being drugged if he's not in the vehicle.
My God. Did she sit there with the fake tears?
Girl,
Because she
knock it off.
She remember is her life flashing before her eyes?
Do she look like a woman whose life was just flashing before their eyes, or do she look like a woman that felt like she did the right thing? I just saved the world. I took one out. I got me a nig today. Right. Oh yeah. Right. That's what she. Where my clip at? Hold on. Where is my clip?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I stand on business.
How much time did she get?
Well, we gonna wait for that part. Hold on. Okay, so dang, let me see. Let's skip from her lies for a minute, and we gonna listen to one of the witnesses.
I was in the lane closest to that little, I guess, divider. That's where the crosswalk is. You can get down and point to explain. I was coming down here in this little area right here. It was like a pickup truck right there, and a Jeep came and like ran over this little spot and blocked him from driving. So he abruptly braked, and it caught my attention because it was like really aggressive. I thought it was just road rage at the time, and then a woman popped out of the car and she said, "Get the F out the truck," to him a bunch of times, and she pulled out a gun. And I remember there's a lot of traffic, so we couldn't really move, and people started honking to get the heck out of the way. And I remember her back was to me, so I was really close to them, and I didn't really have anywhere to go. I was blocked in. She was talking to him. I don't remember what they were saying at this time anymore, but I remember he backed up a little bit and he hit her truck, and she jumped through the window and started fighting him. At that time, people were really honking, and I had a little bit of space to move up, so I pulled into the lane that they would have been in to pull over because I knew I was going to stay. And then call the cops. So I was on the phone with the cops at the time.
Okay, so when you first saw the Dodge Dakota, he was merging from Forest Parkway onto Riverdale Road?
Yes.
And then you observed the Jeep. How did she maneuver the vehicle once he merged onto Riverdale Road? Did she come around his vehicle?
Yeah, she went around his vehicle and blocked him from being able to go anywhere.
Now, when the Dodge Dakota was cut off, did it hit the Jeep at that time?
No, it was close, but he didn't hit her.
Oh yeah, and she tried to say she was so combative with that lady. She was talking about I didn't block him, and she said, "Well, your wheel is turned into his lane." She said, "My wheel, but my vehicle is straight." Girl, you swerved, you blocked him in, and you stopped him from leaving. You jumped out your car, started punching this man like you was crazy, and you pulled out your weapon. I guess when he decided he was gonna fight back or whatever. And she did what she did. He got hit in the abdomen, and it hit his liver and something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, mind your business. She had nothing to do with anything. And that traffic infringement, it wasn't a death sentence. He deserved his day in court. But Karen decided that he didn't. So, okay, I'm gonna let this play.
He put his other hand on top, and he started trying to actually yank it away from me. And then he started trying to turn it, to pry it, almost like he was trying to pry it out of my hand so that he could take it away. And
which angle was he trying to pry it out of your hand?
Away from me, so it was this way.
That obviously is not the way your wrist is supposed to move, correct?
Correct.
Is that what caused the bruising of the...
It is.
Okay. And you said he's trying to push it this way and pry it out of your hand?
To me, it's what it felt like he was trying to pry it out of my hand.
And you said another hand came over and grabbed it?
Yes.
Okay.
From the top.
How did he have your wrist? Like this?
And this hand was here, yes.
Okay. And the gun was here, he's pulling you forward?
Yes.
And you said he had you here on this?
He was closer.
All right. So, and he had your shoulder with this hand, or what was this hand doing?
That he let go.
He let go.
Once he got a hold of this wrist.
So he came.
And he grabbed the gun.
All right, you tried to grab the gun like this?
Correct.
Okay. And where was your finger?
The same way that I have it now.
And when he grabbed like this, that shows his fingers are right there over the trigger?
Correct.
Is that correct?
I mean,
so,
yes.
So it's possible any of the 4 digits got into that trigger?
Correct.
Okay. Thanks. What happens next?
He's pulling at it, and I'm just yelling at him to stop, thinking that if I could just get away, it'll just be over, I guess.
Were you saying anything to him at this time?
To stop?
Were you saying it loudly?
Yeah, over and over again. Yeah, I was screaming it.
Okay, and then what happened?
As he's turning it towards, like that way, I'm being pulled, and I can feel myself, like, pressing up against the car, like my face is up against the door. And as he's pulling it is when the gun went off.
Okay. And you saw the pictures that showed your hand kind of pulled back. Why would your hand or arm been pulled back like that?
After it went off, my entire body kind of fell backwards. Like I was almost like I was falling over, and I was trying to catch my balance. And my arm was turned so far in that once it went off and I was released, it just kind of sprung back.
What was going through your mind at that time?
A lot. I knew that I was still had to be on the phone with 911, and that I was just trying to get away from where I've been trying to get away from for the last however many minutes, and that I needed to communicate back to 911 what had happened.
So you picked up the phone and...
I turned and I picked up my phone that was on the ground, and I told her what happened.
Okay. At any time, did you look around for a shell?
No.
Pick up a shell?
No, I did not.
Were you concerned about a shell?
I was not at all.
Okay. And when you got on the phone with 911, you stated that he pulled the trigger?
Yes.
And what else did you state?
To her, I had told her that he had just pulled the trigger on my gun. And I remember kind of looking around, and I noticed behind me that there was someone who was standing behind me, and I asked them if they seen everything, if they would stay to, be a witness. And he was asking, like, if we were okay. He's like, are you okay? Is everything okay? And I told him, I said, I am, but no, he's not. And I asked the dispatch for an ambulance.
Okay. So your concern at that point was to try to get dispatch to send that ambulance out?
Correct.
Did you look around to see if anyone were close?
I did. And that's when I noticed that there were actually, there were police that were, to me, felt so close that all of this could have just been avoided. I reholstered it. I took the holster off my hip and I put it back in the holster.
Okay, and did it stay in that condition until the police came?
It did. I remember looking up and seeing that there was a police officer who was coming up from where he would have been at like the interstate area. And as he was walking up, I was trying to get his attention because he was like walking towards all the bystanders, having no idea what was going on, having no idea who was involved with what or where or how. And I was trying to get his attention so that he knew, here's the weapon, so that he could have it.
She is so full of shit.
Girl, what?
She is so full of it.
What?
Girl.
She is so full of it. Let me tell y'all.
Gosh.
Hold on. Let me move this picture. Shout out to Mouthpiece in the building. How you doing? Hold on. And shout out to anybody I did not speak to. See when she kicked back right there? She gonna kick back a little bit. That's when she hit him, right? Immediately after she made that turn, she bent down and picked up the casing. That's what she did. And she sat there and told a bold-faced lie. It was on tape. It was on a recording, ma'am. Yeah, she absolutely tampered with evidence. And I don't remember them being on her in their charges. Yeah, she did that. And then calmly,
yeah. She almost
yeah,
fell to the ground and all. Where?
Girl, where was you in the car at, ma'am?
Right.
And even if his car did move forward, maybe it was because his foot was on the brake and she fighting him, so his foot slipped off. Maybe he was trying to get away from her, but she had him entrapped.
Pointing it in his face, he probably tried to back up, like to get this crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. This man, listen here. What made her think?
Her entitled clear ass thinking,
girl,
she's gonna stop him.
Unreal. Even though, look, the 911 operator said we don't want you to follow him and all this stuff and go back to the site. Well, I understand 100%. And then she tried to say that she didn't hear the lady say it.
Right.
She said it a good 4 times. You even said, I understand 100%, but I'm going to stay right here with him or something, she said. I bet you she wish she would have listened then with her lying ass.
Oh, my gosh.
Hold on. Man, and
acting like she has to brace herself for the next thing she about to say. Girl, you sitting there thinking, or what you gonna say?
She trying to think of another lie.
Right.
She trying to remember the lie she told.
Right.
Hold on.
Right.
You remember having an interview on May 7, 2019 with Detective Moore and Detective Hayward?
Correct.
And you recall during that interview when you were discussing the original incident that occurred on Clark Howell, your vehicle was almost struck by Mr. Herring, correct?
Correct.
It was not struck.
No, it was not.
And that you were able to stop your vehicle before he came through the intersection.
Correct.
And at that time, you were able to go around and you pulled up on the sidewalk and waited to call the police.
Correct.
And while you were on scene at KHALED, you had no issues with Mr. Herring, correct?
No, none.
You never spoke to him directly?
No.
You didn't see any weapons on him?
No.
You never got close to him to smell any odor of alcohol on him?
No, I did not.
And he didn't threaten you in any way?
No, I did not.
And you never told the detectives or the police that Terry Robinson told you he was drunk?
I did, yes.
You told the police?
I told 911 dispatch.
Now let's talk about 911 dispatch. Now you also stated that when Mr. Herring took off from the incident location, you were already at your vehicle.
Correct.
And you had gotten into your vehicle, correct?
I was sitting in my vehicle on the phone, correct.
And Terry Robinson and Mr. Kimball were still in the street?
Correct.
And you stated that he waved you over?
Yes.
And the only thing you heard Terry Robinson say was, go, go, go.
Correct.
That's your testimony today?
Correct.
So he never told you to take a picture of the tag?
Not that I remember, no.
And you also testified today that you never heard the 911 dispatch give you a warning not to chase?
No, I never said that. I said that she told me that she wanted me to be safe. And I said that from what I took it as was that she didn't want me to chase. And when I explained to her I wasn't chasing, I was just simply staying with him until a police officer could get to us.
And the 911 dispatch indicated to you approximately 4 times to either not chase Mr. Herring and go back to the scene, correct?
Incorrect. I only heard it one time, and she told me not to chase, to be safe. She never told me to go back to the scene until after I had told her that I was behind him and that she wanted me to be safe. And in doing so, she said that she wanted both of us to go back.
Which is a copy of the 911 transcript. You can review that.
The 911 transcript. If you could read that highlighted part right there.
Man, she read her when I'm telling you. I love how she did her thing up there. Oh shoot, I don't know if y'all heard this commotion. I did not know I wasn't on mute. But yeah, she got her. She got her, caught her in a couple lies and everything.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on. I think this is a part 2 to this.
Now, is your vehicle slightly ahead of Mr. Herring's vehicle?
Slightly ahead, yes.
And is your right passenger tire turned towards the right toward his vehicle?
The tire's turned, but the vehicle's not.
And so in order for you to get in that position, you had to turn your steering wheel to the right towards Mr. Herring's vehicle, correct?
Towards the lane.
And his vehicle is in that lane, correct?
At the time, it was further back, so no.
So if it was further back, you had to turn your vehicle in front of his vehicle, correct?
No.
So how did you end up in that position?
In this meaning, like with the cars connected or with me?
With you partially in his lane.
With my front tire partially in his lane, my wheel was turned.
Now you testified that you walked up to him and you were, does it sound like you described it, calmly telling him that the 911 dispatch wanted him to go back to the scene?
Correct.
And telling him calmly that you were on the phone with 911?
I mean, when you say calmly, do you mean like was I irate or was I louder?
That's just your testimony today that you did not get out of your vehicle and run up to Mr. Herring's vehicle telling him to get out of the car.
Correct.
And you never once got out of your vehicle and go up to him and tell him to get out of the fucking car?
Well, everyone heard I did.
And so at no point on that 911 tape did you ever tell him to stop? Go back to the scene.
I did.
And did you hear that on the 911?
Conveniently, no.
And so I believe you testified that as you were at Mr. Herring's window, his vehicle moved forward towards your Jeep, correct?
I was in the vehicle, but yes, correct.
While that vehicle was moving forward?
Correct.
So do you remember speaking with the detectives?
Her chain sitting up there. She was looking at her like, girl, if looks for kill.
I'm in trouble now.
Her stumbling on her words. She ain't know what to say.
That lady was good.
Yes, exactly.
So I just wait, let me see. I just put something in the private chat. Can you pull that video up? Because I want to show y'all how she was the day that it happened. How nonchalant, how she didn't care. And she was biting off her fingernails. I just want to show y'all that. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay. But also, that lady was bad. The state was bad. I forgot her name. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Let me get out of here. I'm on my other phone.
Okay.
Is it there?
Yeah, I have it. Let me share the screen.
Okay. And it's gonna be around the 3:38 mark or something.
Okay. 3 minutes, 38 seconds.
Yeah, somewhere around that mark.
Okay. Okay.
Look at her. Can you make it a little bit bigger? The last square. What? It's okay if you can't. You could just hit play.
No, it
I
is
just
big.
want.
That's what I was saying. I was
Oh.
muted. My bad.
Oh.
This is smaller, see?
Oh, okay.
And this is bigger.
Okay.
Look at her.
Girl, listen, like she ain't in the interrogation room. Like her, first of all, she shouldn't have been doing nothing with her fingers. They didn't even do anything. They didn't do nothing for hours. It took some other lady to come in there and was like, "Oh, let us
like
test her hands."
To do that. You see that?
Yeah, could not wait.
They closed the door. She started biting off her nails.
It wasn't natural. She's doing that to hide evidence. That's what she's doing. And she should have been charged with tampering with evidence because of that, in my opinion. Like, come on.
She gotta know they watching her on camera, right?
Right. You can't be that dumb. Or maybe she is, girl. Like, what? What are you doing, ma'am? You know what I'm saying? You can take it down. I just wanted to show y'all that. I really wanted to hear the state's closing. Well, like her last part of her when she was talking to her, man, she lit her up.
Put it in there.
I'm trying to find it. Oh. That's the thing. I don't know. I don't remember. It gotta be on that. But in the meantime, look, because I got one more video that I have of her to play, but I do want to pull that up. So I'm gonna try to find it. But we gotta talk about this old crazy dude. Remember? He in court right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right now.
What you know?
Yes. Finally, after all this time.
They got him muzzled up this time.
Mr. Miyagi looking at, yeah, he funny looking, dude. Funny looking. Bryce Rhodes, y'all. But let me just play this last video I got in here. What y'all thinking about this? I know they ain't feeling it just like we ain't. Look at her. Look at her. Your lies didn't get you nowhere.
I was just what? Because you said the prosecutor was the end, so I was speeding ahead the video.
You see it?
Yeah.
It is? I didn't know it was on that one. Is it the black lady?
Oh, no. Well, no, the other lady is speaking.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, because I didn't wait. Okay, here's a video I got in here.
With respect to count 1, malice murder, the court will impose a sentence of life with the possibility of parole. With respect to count 2, felony murder, that will merge into count 1 and is dismissed as a matter of law. With respect to count 3, aggravated assault, that merges into counts 1 and 2. With respect to count 4, felony murder, that merges into count 1 and it is dismissed as a matter of law. With respect to count 5, the false imprisonment verdict, the court imposes a sentence of 8 years consecutive. With respect to count 6, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, the court imposes a sentence of 5 years that will run consecutive to the underlying sentence. Count 7 and 8 will merge into count 6. So the court's total sentence is life with the possibility of parole plus 8 years consecutive on false imprisonment and 5 years consecutive on the possession of firearm during the commission of a felony. And that is the court sentence. So I'll remind you again, Ms. Payne, into the custody of the Sheriff's Department.
Hell no.
Life.
What the hell?
Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You going to jail. You going to jail.
No, but she didn't get
life plus 8 plus 5 years? Life?
No, life with the possibility.
Oh, with the possibility of parole, yeah.
Parole. So that means she could gonna go up in front of the parole board in probably like 20 years.
She'll probably get it too if she got good behavior.
Right.
Dang, wait a minute. Our screen is black. Where is we at? Me and this layout.
Oh man. They gave her she ain't get enough time. When that's at again? What state that's in?
This is Atlanta, Clayton County, Georgia. Yeah. Yeah. So, but I mean, I don't know.
His family is not happy.
When I didn't hear when she could go up.
For the then when she appealing, because they always get their appeal, she'll probably get less.
I think she said something about an appeal after 4 years or something.
Yeah,
I heard 4 years and
probably home in like.
But good for her. Exactly. She probably won't get because it's a violent crime.
She should have got more. She should have got life without the possibility of parole.
Yeah, with all them lies she told to try to get up out of everything. Shout out to Tay East in the building. Yeah, she should have got way more than that. I mean, she should have got without parole for the lives, you know. But life really should be life, but it ain't.
What she did to him was that was pure. Like
she took out an innocent, unarmed black man. That's what she did. That man didn't have no weapon.
Right.
Period.
Right.
And he should have never had to encounter that at all.
Yep. But in their case, they probably looking at it like his car was his weapon because he hit a tractor and kept going.
Yeah, but he didn't take nobody's life. And I mean, if he would have went to court, he just would have got a ticket and probably some old minor charges, not death sentence. She didn't even get a death sentence for taking his life.
Right, right.
But she gave him one.
Right.
Dang, I wish I could find that. I just wanted to hear her last, because the woman, she did wait a minute, she did an excellent job on this. Proving it and catching her in her lies, making her read the transcripts. Ma'am, what did it say here? Then even playing the
Tracy said she thinks she'll get life. She'll do life.
They'll keep denying her, but she'll do life. Well, hopefully she will, because that's exactly what she freaking deserved with her lying behind.
Yeah.
Girl. Well, I guess that's all we got for today, because I could not find that video. But, you know, I've been had these in here. I got to clear this stuff out. She read it her damn right. Did a great job. She was like, I can't even remember, because this was a few days ago that I was watching all this. And another thing that I wondered is if she's been in jail the whole time, because this happened, 4 or 5 years ago.
I was going to ask you, because she was in plain clothes with jury on and shit in court.
Yeah, I wonder, I mean, I'm thinking she was.
Oh, she probably was home, because the judge did say to her, so now I do put you in the custody of oh no, she was in Green.
Yeah, she had been in the custody.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, I didn't get this.
Mr. Corey said, great show, ladies.
Thank you. Shout out to Mr. Corey. Thank you. So, terrible. Yeah, absolutely was and is. But if it's you said you had some more stuff. That's something that you wanted to pull up. She needs to do time. Don't jump bad and can't take consequences of being a Karen, not minding her own business. Exactly. And that's what they kept bringing home to her. Like, girl, you didn't have absolutely nothing. Let me get this straight. Your car did not get hit, right? You were not affected, right? Like, girl. And honestly, in interrogation, she spoke about wanting to be a cop since she was 18.
Yeah. Yep. Hmm. I remember that. You went out and came back in, Miss V. And
Can you hear me?
Yeah. And
Did I go out?
Yep.
Okay, I thought so because it started circling. I don't know why that happens again, but yeah, so she tried to act like I had the 911 on the call, the state officer told me to do it. So basically I was a little cadet, you know what I'm saying? And the lady, the state said, she said, so nobody deputized you that day, you wasn't sworn in or nothing. Like, she was just going in on her. I was like, get her. She's gonna be Big Booty Judy in there, and Big Bertha. Ooh wee, BRB. Okay, was you gonna present something else, sister girl? I forgot what you just said. What am I listening to, sister girl?
I'm here. I'm just trying to stop.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what am I? Okay. Did you want to present another case, or we done? I think we done, y'all. It's 2 hours. I think we done. I'm just mad I didn't have that last part. One day I was just editing all these videos, and to the point that because I was gonna present this case before today, and after I got done editing all them videos, I was like, I don't feel like dealing. I don't even feel like talking about it now.
I just wanted to throw out there. I had mentioned earlier about Christian Keys, the actor.
Oh,
I asked you if you heard about that, what he been saying, his live, but that's another video. I'm gonna drop that.
Yeah, that's another video.
Yeah, I'll drop that video. And I know
I've been
see that Beyonce nephew Solange's son that got a sex tape out here with Sky Jackson that went viral on Twitter.
What? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
How old is this boy, man? I remember when she was. Oh my
19,
god.
yes.
Man, enough.
Girl,
Stop it already. Dang, it was something else I was about to say too. But yeah, I think next week I'm gonna bring the Bryce Rhodes unless something else happen. But y'all stay tuned. Make sure y'all link up with Sister Girl as well. And check her out on her celebrity stuff she have jumping off. And well, I ain't gonna talk about that. We gonna get up out of here. Y'all please smack that thumbs up for us on both sides if you can. Thank y'all so much for coming in. We go live every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The time and date is subject to change at times, but that is our official day. And so we thank y'all for hanging out with us. Y'all have a great rest of the day. I might see y'all in these streets. Yes. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace.
See you later, sister girl.
See you later.
Peace out.